Do you ever feel like overconsumption is weird?
Yes.
It's so weird.
I'm so happy we're talking about this because I feel like a dum-dum about consumption.
I'm the promotional t-shirt from the staff retreat you attended in 2012 where you hooked up with Barb. There we go. Okay. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm the t-shirt from the staff retreat you attended in 2012 when you accidentally fingered Barb in the kitchen. Phoebe.
And I'm Jacque.
Can I say fingering in the opening of the pod? Should I change that?
I heard this is what I'm saying is I heard
you went through the process.
I went through the process with you. So that's why that was very funny.
Where we ask the questions everyone's thinking.
And no one's answering.
No one's answering. If I fingered Barb in the kitchen in the 2012 staff retreat, I'm going down with that information.
Like we said earlier, dropping in. What is the expression I'm trying to
Locked in?
No, like when you buckle down, you're buckling down.
Oh, I'm doubling down. I'm not explaining myself. I stand by everything I say this year. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I'm
doubling
not going
down.
back.
You're not
I'm
going
not going
back.
back. I'm white manning.
Exactly. I was just thinking about your Parenthood rewatch.
Why?
Because I was looking at my text messages and when you sent me that, I was in the gym.
She looks like Megamind.
I was in the gym.
She looks like Megamind. She looks like Megamind. Shave your hair.
And I was doing
Shave your hair for the cancer season. The press would be incredible. You look like Megamind. How much?
I don't know why people don't just shave their heads.
Cat, shave your damn head.
Florence Pugh being like, of course I'm going to shave my head for that movie.
You don't even need to. I'm like one man daring me away from shaving my head. Like I'm one bad day.
You don't even need a character.
I don't need a character.
You don't need a storyline.
I don't need a paycheck. I need nothing.
Yeah.
And honestly, that scene of her shaving her head, I'm like, yeah, that looks fucking good. Like, yeah, let's just shave our fucking heads, you know?
I know. And that was the season that she was nominated for an Emmy.
Well, that's what I mean. You're going for the Emmy this year? Shave your damn head.
Shave your head.
It's in the bag.
Shave your head.
You get up on stage with a cute little pixie.
Yeah.
You're doing the red carpet with a cute little pixie because you just shaved your head.
Yeah. Just
coward.
Really capitalize on that cancer
Coward.
experience. Really just...
I mean, that show just pisses me off so bad. Like, in a thousand. I don't know what I'm doing watching it.
It's my I'm Really Good show. I told you about this.
What do you mean?
It's my show that I watch when I'm like, that's dumb. I can rewrite that. I'm smarter than this. I could have done this better.
The acting is rough.
And then there are parts of it.
But then there's moments where it's like some people are serving. Some people came to serve, and some people are doing like like soap opera.
Yes.
Simon really hates when like artists are drawing in movies because like he's just like you know when you just like 5 minutes you sketch like an entire portrait of somebody, like it just irritates him. That like plot line where Sarah is a playwright and then they get to the stage reading and it's this like huge theater in downtown like LA and like a packed house for everyone to come, and like also you're like, no way my family's coming to the fucking stage. We're like, fuck, they're banned,
and the show is about them, and there's like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's so funny.
And there's not every single artist I know that's ever written anything remotely to do with their family. There's no plot point that's like, what is my mom gonna think?
Oh no,
like that's
never
every
happens.
conversation I'm ever having with an artist.
That never happens. Exactly. The scene before that where like Amber, I just really find their relationship compelling. Like Amber and and Zeke. I like that relationship. I like granddaughter and grandfather, and that scene where he takes her to the car and is like, you don't have permission to mess with my dreams. That monologue where he like yells at her for like being like fucking up and getting, and he's like, I dreamt you. I dreamt my kids. I dreamt blah, blah. That was entirely improvised.
Oh, good for him.
Isn't that interesting? We had to study Parenthood in theater school.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, because it's very theatrical.
It's very, yeah. When I was doing, we had something called the Sears Festival when I was in high school, which I don't know if it exists anymore because Sears doesn't exist in Canada anymore. Mm-hmm. Do you know what Sears is?
Like
it's like a department store?
Yeah.
Anyway, we had it was like our, like regional fringe festival for like high school plays or whatever. Mm. I can't remember if it was the year I was directing or the year I was doing. Anyway, a lot of the two other performers that I was working with, one of them was like a television actor, and he was really bad at like translating to the stage. So I ended up finding a play that was like going to work really well for like that TV like up close acting kind of thing, like the subtle, like the lip quiver kind of thing. Like and it reminds me, I can't remember what it was called. It's like pretty classic. Like,
was it Annie?
No, we did. I ended up doing one. Okay, I don't know. Do I believe this in the pod? I don't know. There's this. I ended up directing a play that we didn't end up finishing because one of my actors dropped out. But I can't remember what it was called. It was called called Open Water or Swim or The Island or something like that. It's 3 characters and they're swimming out to like an island. It's like a race or something like that. And it kind of ends up being this moment where you realize like the girl's a ghost. Like it's kind of what you end up realizing.
Like one of them is dead or whatever.
Yeah. It's like 1 girl and 2 boys is like the setup for it. Anyway, I was so pissed. I like wrote all the notes. I was really proud of it. I was really proud of my direction. One of my actors ended up dropping out really last minute. Like he was sick. I was super bummed, and I went the next year. And because I had changed high schools, and that teacher had submitted my play with my notes under a different director.
Oh my God.
Isn't that fucked up?
Why?
Yeah, I was like sitting in the audience and I was like, because they ended up winning that year. She knew it was good.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were like, this is my production.
Yeah, this is my
perspective of this play.
Like it had the exact staging. It had like all the same note. Yeah.
What?
Is that crazy?
So fucked.
Is that crazy?
That's crazy.
Anyway, whatever. I think of her.
I think about, it's so funny, right? Teachers' names.
Oh, the drama teachers that have wronged me.
Oh, many stories I could tell.
I can't wait to get on stage. Actually, well, this is it. 2025 is the year of the pod, right? Mm-hmm. It's the year of the pod. I can't wait to get on stage and be like, a list of people that were wrong. Our first night of the tour. I was going to make up a list of people that have fucked me off.
Yeah,
You
totally.
were wrong. You were wrong.
Yeah.
You were wrong. Look at you now. Look at your life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Yeah, it's interesting. This is going to sound however it's going to sound. I don't care. I've never had that happen to me. Like, I've had people do fucked up things to me in drama
Like,
school.
no one ever told you that you were not going to make it.
No one. Every single person in my life has been like, if you don't, I'm going to be mad at you kind of thing. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
I haven't had anyone not believe in me. I've never had an art teacher tell me that I suck. I've never had that.
Really?
That has never happened to me. No.
Ew, literally, that's your problem.
Yeah, I know.
I've had everyone's always been like, not you, girl. Like,
no. That's what I mean by like, that's what I mean by my Wicked realization when I left Wicked and was like, oh, I think I'm a Glinda.
Did you not know that?
Well, I knew that, but I wasn't like, I mean, just like everybody tries to you're supposed to find yourself in Alphabet. Like, that's the point of that story, right? Like, you're supposed to find the protagonist, you know what I mean? Uh-huh. But then I'm watching it and I'm like, oh
no,
shit.
you're a total Glinda.
I'm a total Glinda, and I'm a total Glinda. For all the reasons that I didn't
look at us right now
really realize. You know what I'm saying? And like, yes, it's like that stuff. But I think it's also like, I think that they're like
people
mirrors
like
of each other. Well, yeah, but I think like Elphaba and Glinda are like mirrors of each other. Like they're actually the same person.
Yeah, no,
but
they're the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like having to like make the sacrifice for the greater good of the thing. Like I think that is my Like, that's the thing that I'm constantly fighting. Like, whatever. Who cares? Moving on. I did realize I'm on Glinda.
Anyway, 2025 is the year of the pod.
Yeah.
Girls, let's get it. Okay, I actually think we need to talk about something that's really pressing.
Yes.
This is, I don't even think you know what this is. This is huge. This is big news. This is big nose. Kind of. Like for me. I don't know what that means.
So scared.
I just lock into everything I say. That's what 2025 is for me, actually.
Going further.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Yeah. Buckling down.
I don't care how wrong I am. I'm a conservative man, you know? I'm going to just be a white man.
Yes.
In 2025. No, I think the big news that everyone's talking about on the streets is where I'm Grand Mam, and it's fucking me off. And it's actually kind of fucking me up.
It's crazy.
A little bit.
It's crazy.
It's actually kind of fucking me up a little bit.
We are literally,
So wait, we need to back up.
Okay.
So Jacqueline sends me, I meant to actually scroll back in our DMs.
And it's funny because we've never told lore. We've never told origin of Grand Mam, but we talk about it sometimes and reference them.
Yeah.
So I'm
a
glad
couple
we're going
of months
here.
ago, Jacqueline was sending me like these like reels, like real clips of a podcast. And she was like, ha ha ha, this is us. And I was like, ha ha ha, this is funny. So I finally go and listen. It's called I'm Grand Mam. 2 gay Irish men.
Just 2 boys from
Two
Cork.
boys from Cork. Just 2 boys from Cork.
Yeah.
Cork. Mm-hmm. I can do a great Irish accent, but only in the 19th century.
Respect. Yeah.
You know, like, oh.
Yeah. like dying.
Just like dysentery.
like colonization. Okay, never mind. Moving on.
I don't know what to say. Look how red I am right now. This is crazy. I think it's from my hat.
So red.
Also, do you think I can wear this hat on the pod? I guess I am. You know, it is what it is. I just put it on. I was
you
like,
wear
do you
a
think
hat
it's like,
on the pod?
I don't know.
I think you can. I think we welcome hats.
Like that. Like, do you think like the lighting's okay?
Oh, I think it's fine.
Okay. Anyway.
I mean, it's winter.
Okay. Sidebar. My hair's so fucked right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Like, I hate it, and I look crazy every day.
Again, you don't need a reason. You don't need a character. You don't need a plot line. Shave your head.
Shave my head. Oh.
What
Anyway,
happens?
we're just 2 boys from Cork, okay? Mm-hmm. So, but I need to talk about it because it's getting weird.
It's
getting weird. So, I started listening, and I was like, this is a hee-hee-ha-ha fun time. Mm-hmm. We were, like, chatting about the pod. Mm-hmm. You're PJ.
I'm so PJ.
Canonically married.
It's insane. PJ is always trying in the episode, especially like in their format. PJ's always trying to like bring it around town, ground the thing,
us on track.
Keep us on track, make the
You're
like
so good at that too.
Thank you. Make the point. Be like, and like there's like an earnest, like PJ's very earnest, right?
Yeah.
And like, do you know what I mean? And Kevin is
having fun.
You.
Okay, the thing that I think is very like this, there's a lot of things. It's like personality, like their conversations, their bickering,
the way that they talk.
Yeah, like the way that they talk.
Yeah.
But also, I just think it's really weird that Kevin is a spin instructor. Mm-hmm. And I'm a Pilates teacher.
You are. PJ has a dance
I'm also,
class thing
everyone
too, which
needs
I find
to.
fascinating.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, also that. Dancers.
Wait.
I think everyone's really fucking lucky I'm not a spin instructor. Could you imagine me as a spin instructor?
I've taken one spin class in my life. Mm-hmm. And Paul DeCiccio took me.
You went with Paul?
Oh, yeah. Because
when did you go? Because Paul loves to spin.
Paul loves to spin.
Did you go recently?
No. When I was living in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I didn't know he's been spinning for that long.
Oh, yeah.
Paul is so canonic. Okay, is Paul our Podrek?
I think so. Yes.
Paul's our Podrek, you know?
So Paul took me and I was like, no. I got like left, and I was in such a shitty, I was like so grumpy puss. I was like, I hated that.
Imagine.
This was terrible. I don't understand why. I don't like when things like, I don't like when we're doing things that don't belong. Like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like when we're taking club and we're putting it in the gym. No.
What do you think the club is, girl?
That's
what do you think
fine.
gyms are?
I think it's fine to go to the club and be yelled at and have extreme lighting and all of that. I don't think it's fun when you're trying to work out.
When I'm lifting weights, it's like what I imagine, pumping iron with Arnold was like.
Yeah.
In the 80s. Like it's like
I see.
We've got the like early aughts club tunes on.
Yeah.
And like it's all montage sequence. It's me and the girlies. We're shifting weights.
Yeah.
It's slay, like we're smoking cigarettes in between sets.
I get it.
Like,
I get
it's
it.
great.
I just like, I don't know. Also, I hate when music in classes suck. Like in gym class. Like it bothers me. Anyways, whatever. Maybe I just didn't like that spin class.
I also think you, at that time in your life, going to a spin class is pretty crazy.
No, it was insane.
But I just think, like, could you imagine me as a spin instructor?
No.
I would turn Canada into Singapore real fast.
No, you would be wild. You'd be wild. Anyways, okay, so Grand Mam. I mean, obviously, the reason that I really love that podcast is because I was like, oh, what Phoebe and I are doing isn't stupid.
No, and also their format of the pod is the exact same as ours, which
That's
is
what
fucking
I'm saying.
Weird.
Yeah,
it's
the format of their
weird.
pod is the same as ours. And I was like, oh, this works actually because, like, of course we have moments where we're like, is this dumb? Like, whatever, right? But then I also, but there's so many things where, like, PJ will forget that he has told Kevin something, and then Kevin will be like, you told me that? Like, that's totally how we are.
Yeah.
Or, like, I don't know. There's just, like, so many different things that I'm like you being told, like, Kevin is unbothered, period, point blank. Like, Kevin is unbothered, does not care, just is here for a good time.
Yeah.
As you are.
Late with the coffee that made him late.
Like, exactly as you are. I don't know. It's really funny. They're us.
It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, so
they have a tour
because
called
2025.
Baby.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
Anyways, invite us on stage, girls. So 2025 is the year of the pod, and I'm saying 2025 is the year, podcast collaborations happen.
Yes.
We can connect you with North America girls, Canada. And you know what's really nice about us?
Kevin's never been to New York. How has Kevin never been to New York?
But you know what's really nice about us, Jacqueline, is we've dominated the US. We've dominated Canada. Like if you want to come to America, girls, this is your way in.
Yes. Kevin.
Girlies.
I can definitely connect you to someone who would put you up in New York so you can come and have your Broadway
and
moment.
we can go do our Steps on Broadway dance class that I will absolutely nail.
Honestly,
story.
That's Kevin's energy. Kevin looks at Steps on Broadway and goes, I can do that.
I can do
also,
that.
Kevin,
give me 5 minutes. Okay, don't be fucking rude.
I think you would be great in a dance class.
I've been sore lately, man.
Yeah.
My back, I don't know what it is. I turned 30. My back has been fucked up.
You turned 30 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. I turned 30 6 weeks ago. And since then, my back has been fucked up.
That's what happened.
And what else has been going wrong? I think also my hair. I don't know what I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So anyway, it
Were you
creeps me
listening
out.
Before or something?
No, I just think like the people have been asking for this. They're like, when are we going to address the rumors?
Yes.
Like it's a controversy, like what is going on? And I thought I'd try to put all of that to bed.
Yeah, we're the same.
Yeah, we're the same.
They both have musical theater background, big theater backgrounds.
Overture, music lights.
So
this is it. The night of nights. And know what heights will hit.
Literally.
Anyway.
Another comparison. You're always breaking out in song. Kevin brings the song every episode and sings. It's just like...
It's weird.
Wild. It's so funny.
And PJ's always directing.
Yes.
Pat a beret. Kickball change.
It's so funny. Oh God. Great. Yeah, no, you're right. Rumors addressed.
A little higher with that arabesque, girly.
And move through. It's so funny. It's so good. So good.
Anyway, okay. What else? What are you pissed off about now on the internet? What'd you see?
Oh, I sent you something this morning, which I think kind of relates to
What'd you send me this morning?
the question today. If you're keeping the question the same, I don't know if you are.
I actually changed the question on you, so.
Oh, great. Kevin?
What'd you send me this morning? Yeah. Well, I started writing it, and I was like, oh, this is boring. I changed my mind. I do also want to talk about the really fucked up thing that you did to me yesterday.
I know. I'm so sorry. Honestly, I felt so bad after I did that.
Because I can't believe you did that.
I know. That was so fucked up. I was like, oh my God. The moment I sent it to, not even before you responded, I was like, that is the most terrible thing that I could do to Phoebe.
Crazy. So yesterday, Jacqueline sends me a text at almost 2:00. We're about to get on the phone too, by the way. And you go, what is it that you said? Because I can't see it anymore.
I said, oh my God.
You said, oh my God, David Lynch. You didn't even say anything. You just went, oh my God, David Lynch, all caps. Oh my God, David Lynch. And I'm like, I see my phone and I go and Google. I'm like, I assume the man's dead now. I go and Google. Yep, sure thing. There it is. And I go, I can't believe you just did that to me.
There are so many reasons why that was fucked up. First of all, I'm going to take
so
it
classic you, though. List. It's so classic you at the same time.
It's very me.
I was like, I can't believe she just did this right now.
Phoebe is not on the internet like that. Like you're not.
No,
you're not on the internet like that. You don't even have your Google thing so that people can't you can't see the new stories coming.
Yeah, I don't look at. I don't. Yeah. I only go to news places to see news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're not fucked in the brain. Or you're trying really hard.
I try not to, especially I'm whatever. I don't look at my phone really during the day. The only people that are allowed to text me during the day are you and my mom and Simon.
Yeah, you don't really look at your phone. You're not really on the internet throughout the day. You're very selective about when you do get on the internet throughout the day. There's a whole thing.
Yeah.
A. B. The fact that I texted you that, period, point blank. The fact that it was delivered in a text message. Fucked. The fact that all I said was, oh my God, David Lynch.
David Lynch.
Totally not okay. I was clearly having a reaction and didn't deal with myself and took that to you.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like a phone call or a FaceTime would have been even more acceptable. Still not okay, but but to text you that, it was insane.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that in general is fucked. And then I'm like, oh my God, Phoebe loves David Lynch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I had to cry this morning.
Yeah.
When I sent you that Isabella Rossellini post, I was had a little cry. I was that is so beautiful. I loved him so much.
I didn't even give you the dignity of finding out the information that one of your favorite artists is no longer with us. I ruined that for you.
You know what? Whatever. It's fine. I just thought it was just so Jacqueline.
Okay, but then the funny thing was that you were like, oh my God, how's Isabella?
Yeah.
And then I thought you meant that there was something wrong with her.
They had a death pact.
I was like, what? Isabella Rossellini, what happened? And then that was right.
No, I was just like, is she okay?
Yeah.
It reminded me so much of when Michael Jackson died. Not like I'm the biggest Michael Jackson fan ever, but
that we can really compare those two people.
Yeah, you know, Michael Jackson, David Lynch, auteurs in their field. You know.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway, I just remember when Michael Jackson died really well. I was upstairs in my room and my mom shrieks out from the bottom of the stairs. Oh my God, come here.
Oh my God, seriously?
And I get up, go down the hall, go down the stairs, and all my siblings and my mom are like standing in front of the TV, like staring at it. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, the world's ending. My mom goes, sobbing tears, Michael Jackson died. And I'm like, okay. Like, that is really weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, people die. Ugh, David Lynch.
I know, David Lynch, our guy.
It's interesting because I've been seeing what everyone's been saying about him. And I've got, whatever. I'm like, oh, this is what everyone's going to say about Phoebe. When Phoebe dies.
I'm attending my own funeral right now.
I'm like, the way that everyone's talking about him is how I think everyone's going to talk about you.
Ooh, I hope so.
And I think there are people that I really disagree with. I'm like, no, don't talk about David Lynch that way. And I'm like, don't talk about Phoebe that way.
Don't talk about Phoebe that way.
I currently feel that way. I'm like, don't talk about Phoebe that way when people like are assholes to you. But also, there are some really lovely things that people have said that I think it's just I just think you all have a lot of similarities.
I thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I feel like a spiritual connection to him in some way. I think also I just like, it's rare that you get like an artist that I feel like is so deeply honest like that. So honestly. What's your favorite David Lynch thing?
Oh my God.
I know it's hard. Have you ever seen Lost Highway?
Oh my God, of course I've seen Lost Highway. Lost Highway is great.
Lost Highway, I'm going to need Botox from Lost Highway. Lost Highway is going to be the reason I age.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I think that while like his work can kind of speak for itself, right? Mm-hmm. I think what I find most interesting about David Lynch is him. You know what I mean? Which is a little bit of what I'm talking about when I say what people are going to say about you. Like, yes, you're a very talented artist, Phoebe, and people are going to talk about the art. But I think they're going to talk about you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think he... oh my God, what's his name?
So much. I'm just scrolling through his IMDb
so much.
right now. That's what I think I really love about him so much. Is
my God, he has done like everything too. He's done theater. He's done film. He's done so many things. Poetry, painting.
Yeah. Did you ever read Amber Timlin's poetry collection,
yes.
Dark Sparkler? I was obsessed with that when it came out.
Yeah.
But I think David Lynch is her godfather. Mm-hmm. Because her dad was in Twin Peaks. Anyway, he has a lot of paintings. A lot of his paintings are in that book.
Oh, really? Guillermo, is that how you say Guillermo del Toro? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Described David Lynch as like the most wholesome and the most like weird brain he's ever met. Like the most like, and I feel that way about you. You know what I mean? Like you, like he was a happy person.
Oh, I think so too.
And I think like people see Eraserhead or whatever and they're like, oh, this like disturbed freak. And it's like, no, like he was actually very content, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Like you're honest, but you're not dark.
No.
And I actually don't think he was dark, even though
I don't think he was dark either.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
did you ever watch the
he wasn't like
new...
twisty.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you watch the new Twin Peaks at all?
No.
Did you watch, like, have you seen Twin Peaks?
I have, but I didn't like get in, like, I know people are like, there's some people that are really into it.
I highly recommend, like watching from the beginning and then watching the new season. So it feels like his, and I think he talked about it this way, like what he wanted to do. What do you call it? Your tour de force, your whatever. Like it feels like his magnum opus, you know, like, and then it also just really weird, like a ton of people died as production like finished.
Oh,
yeah.
Weird.
So it feels pretty special that we like got that at the end. He was trying for it for like a long time. Anyway, David Lynch.
And like, I also think the thing I really like about David Lynch is like, which is, again, it's weird how similar you guys are. Anyways, he was definitely somebody that was like for the underdogs, right? Like for the people who aren't successful in the industries, right? Like, and that's something I think that you value and that you do really well is like, I'm most interested in the artists who have like you know, who are like the beginner in the beginner acting class, right? Or like have no following on Substack, or like have like, that's something that you're really mindful of. And he was really mindful of that. Like he plucked people out of these like back corridors and being like, these are the people that you all need to know about. This is the talent. And I think that's great.
I also just think it really says something about him that like the women that he worked with really love and revere him. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave that there. Anyway. Okay. Well, I don't know how to.
Shall we get to the question?
Let's get to the question.
Just like
I changed the question.
Friends,
I know.
I'm Grand Mam. They say, let's get to
Should we get to the theme? Should we get to the theme, babes? I changed the question on you a little. Well, because I started writing the episode and I was like, actually, I want to go deeper.
Oh my God, I'm so tired today because we taught last night.
I know we taught till so late last night. Press send, go grab the replay. It was so fucking good. I actually think it was like one of the best workshops we've ever taught. The people came.
And they stayed.
They stayed and they had questions.
And they had questions.
We stayed.
And we
answered them.
Yeah. And we went so many places together.
I know. It was like 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah. That was crazy.
Wild. Honestly, I think we need to really 2 hours minimal for us to like actually do our thing. We need to stop trying to act like we're not exactly who we are. You know? Like,
anyway, it is what it is.
We've been recording for 40 minutes and we're just getting to the question.
No, it's fine.
Get the replay, yeah.
Go get the replay. Press send.
Anyways, that's why I'm yawning. You're not boring me.
I didn't think I was, but okay, now I'm self-conscious about it. Anyway, my question is, do you ever feel like overconsumption is weird?
Yes.
It's so weird.
I'm so happy we're talking about this because I feel like a dum-dum about consumption. Like, I'm like, do I go into my backstory? No.
Save it for the solo play.
I feel like for the solo stupid about consumption. And I think,
what do you mean stupid?
Like, I feel like I did not understand until quite like recently, within the last year, how much I overconsume.
Well, I think, and I'm not like saying I'm amazing at anything. You're American. And I do feel like that is the biggest culture shock. Like, I'm not saying like Canadians are like perfect at it and we still engage in the same capitalist crap. Right. But there is like, that's what America was built on.
Yeah. And it's everything.
Everything. And I feel that when I cross the border.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. And I've been like, I've been like thinking about 2025 and frugality and like not you know, spending as much and all of that. But I think it's even like, I don't know, just like thinking about my waste, thinking about like how many times I take the trash out in the week, right? Thinking like I'm just so much more, I don't know, in tune with it, aware of it.
Yeah. That's interesting because I know we've both been trying to be more frugal girlies, and it's not even just the like money of it, right? And it's, I mean, like that's
you and
nice.
I will
it's nice
be like,
to save
$1,000, whatever.
Well, and like my like Substack budget is unlimited. Yeah. Like, and my Patreon budget is unlimited. Yeah. If I like you, I will like give you $5 a month for like
or if I an extended period of time.
Yeah. Because
exactly.
like and whatever. I'm not saying I'm like. That's just something that I believe in. That's like, you know, it's the same thing as like my coffee budget, you know, like it is what it is. Yeah. My like Kindle, Substack, and coffee budget are like.
Exactly.
Will be the thing that bankrupts me. Yeah. But like, I've been thinking about it, and especially like impulse purchases. Anyway, the thing that led me to this, because we were going to talk about this idea of like how much is enough, but it was kind of stressing me out writing that episode with the LA fires going on right now and like very rich people having GoFundMes, and I couldn't make a happy episode. Is this a happy episode right now? I don't know. I was like, I only have Primal Scream. But the thing that led me to it was I've been cleaning. We talked about it on the pod last week. I've been cleaning. I have so many fucking tote bags. I have so many tote bags. I don't even know where they came from. People send me things. They give me things. You get a tote bag. This is a new thing recently with like clothing. You go buy clothing and you get a fucking tote bag.
You get like a thing now with your thing because we're trying to like have an experience when we open the thing. It's so stupid. Yeah.
I have so many fucking tote bags. I don't know what to do with them. I took stuff to a donation center the other day and I was like, you can just keep the bags. And they went, no. They don't even want them.
They don't even want them.
And so I was like curious after this little moment. And I was like, what is the like footprint, like the ecological footprint of a tote bag? And like how much, because was it last year, 2 years ago in Canada, we banned single-use plastics.
Yeah.
And so now instead when you go to the grocery store, you get this insane, you've seen them. You've seen them. Yeah. This insane, quote unquote, reusable bag that is made out of a wish and a prayer and plastic.
Yeah.
To offset the energy of a single cotton tote bag, I have to use that single bag every single day for 54 years.
What?
For 54 years. Just that one bag.
Odd.
Let alone the like upwards of 20 that you have. I know. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
So I don't know. It just got me really thinking about like, can I use what I already have?
Yes.
You know? And like,
yeah.
What do I really need? Not a lot, honestly. Honestly, what I need, candles, coffee, and Substack subscriptions. Yeah. Like, that's all I need.
Writing and a treat.
Yeah, writing, treat, and a good smell while I do those things.
Exactly.
You know? So, yeah.
Interesting.
And okay. And I also, when it was the same thing when we talked about climate change last time, I like to try, I'm not like happy and light for the sake of like gaslighting ourselves.
No.
But happy and light because I think there's like this doom cycle that we fall into. And I think it's important to like stay with ourselves in that moment instead of just like disassociating, you know, because like that's not how, there's no action when we disassociate.
Right. Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, I've been thinking about like wanting to be an influencer and that whole like thing that, you know what I mean? Like, what am I doing? Do I really want to do that? Do I believe in that? Can I do that in a way that I feel good about? Like all that stuff. And it's funny because my algorithm served me up somebody who does like shopaholic content, like how to, because you know, we've got like, it's not just new seasons of clothes or like new on the runway anymore, right? It's like everybody's getting stuff sent to them all the time and they have a new wardrobe every 5 seconds and blah, 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 blah. And so she's kind of like helping people manage that. And I just think we are so fucked if that's if that's what we're like grappling with. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think
like,
part of it,
because I come from a long line of women who have been trying to heal something in themselves by shopping. Yes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like, I very much understand the emotional thing of like the impulse buy, right? Like,
buying something that like, makes to, you know, solve a pain or soothe yourself.
Yeah. I also understand the like system, like literally like marketing towards you so that you hate yourself and that you buy them, whatever, right? But I just think when I came across that, I was like, oh God, like, you know, it's like one of the like meta things that happens in your brain when you're online where you're like, oh no, like how do I get out of this puzzle of a thing, you know?
Yeah. I think it can be a couple of different things that motivate you for those impulse shopping moments, right? Like it can be like a self-soothing thing or like boredom searching for dopamine, you know? And like I noticed that I just
it's like add to cart but don't buy.
Not even just that, but like scrolling on. So I have deleted I've deleted all the shopping apps off of my phone. So we were like going through the budget a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking about like, we're like, what if we deleted, what if we didn't subscribe to Amazon Prime this year? And we had a conversation about it because like I do feel like for me in my life, Amazon is an accessibility need. Like I cannot, also where I live, like I cannot physically, mentally, emotionally go into a store all of the time. It's a hard thing for me to do. Yeah. And also, you know, we were just going through our recent purchases and I was like, I bought all of these things on my phone. Like I bought all of these things where I was like, oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this. Yeah. So I took the like app off my phone. Yeah. I'm going to go a couple of months and see if I actually do need that thing, if it actually like does make my life better. But I do think it's interesting, like this, like I sit down on my couch at the end of the day and be like, scroll through stuff. Amazon, Depop, Pinterest. I don't know, all these other like, Pinterest, all these, the thing that links out. Yeah. The Etsy app is like horrible looking. I like delete it constantly from my phone. But then if you want to look on something on Etsy, it's like terrible on there. They're like constantly trying to get you to download the app, you know? Yeah. TikTok shop. Oh, TikTok. Instagram shop. Yeah, TikTok in general. Maybe not for you. I don't know if we have TikTok shop here, actually. I don't think we do.
Yeah, I don't even know that world because I've literally never been on TikTok. I think that's interesting because I've been thinking about my Amazon too. Exactly. Like I've been looking at what I've been purchasing and it's like, for me, I'm having a moment where I'm really understanding why you have been talking to me about leaving the house as much as you've been talking to me about leaving the house.
You mean my intervention of you needing to leave the house?
Well, yeah, but you have always responded to my quippiness about being a homebody with like real weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was like a personality trait of mine, right? Like I thought it was like cute that I didn't want to leave the house. And you're like, that's not cute. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's like being a homebody and there's like not engaging with the world. Like I was just down at the market. We went for lunch and I was with the people and I was saying hello. Yeah. Like, I've been lived in the same place for like 7 years. Yeah. Now I have like relationships and I got in the car and Simon and I were like, don't you feel so good? Like being with people? Like going out and like actually just remembered I have a bunch of loose turmeric in my purse right now. I need to go and deal with that. Because I was like, here's my $1 worth of turmeric. Thank you very much. Yeah. You need to go and be Belle.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Bonjour.
And I think I'm realizing that like,
there goes the baker with his tray like always. The same old bread and rolls to sell. That was me.
And when I found my Belle bookmark, it also reminded me, I need to get out. Because, like, all I'm saying is that I've recently realized that agoraphobia is a spectrum. And that I always thought it was, like, literally terrified to go out and, like, get the mail from the front yard. But it's not. Like, there is a thing. And I've just been noticing and paying attention to how I feel when I leave my house and what my body feels. And I'm, like, putting together now that, like, whatever, we can cut this, but...
Because therapy's out in 2025.
Back in 2023 when therapist was like, why don't you go sit on a park bench? And I didn't understand. Do you know what I mean? That like that's what she was saying, exposure therapy, which I feel like you've been saying to me for such a long time, like go and leave. Anyways, circle coming around too. I can leave my house and go buy a book. Yeah. I can leave my house. Yeah. For me, it's not an accessibility thing. I live in a city. I need to figure this part of my life out. You know what I mean? And like, so I've been like, oh, can leave my house for groceries. I can leave my house to go buy a book. I can leave my house to go buy a command strip, blah, 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 blah thing. Like, I don't need this.
And don't you feel good too when you
feel good going and doing that?
I know. It's funny too. Like there's like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm like, don't even know if I want to say this because it's like so my favorite spot. but I love them so much and I want them to stay in business forever. Girlies in Hamilton in Southern Ontario, Cello Cafe on Hess Street. It is so perfect. It is rare that you get the trifecta of a cafe. I'm going to take you when you come in February. Of good coffee, incredible food, sleigh vibes.
Sound good? Sounds? Music?
Yeah.
Sounds.
I was going to say, but I take the bus there. Instead of driving, need to find a parking spot.
Yes.
I like take the bus, I leave, I go out. Oh my God, it feels good.
I like to walk. I like to walk around.
You love to.
I love walking.
Love to walk.
I love walking.
That's the one thing I do miss about living in Toronto was I walked everywhere.
I love walking. And that's also funny. Like I've been thinking about how I will go on my morning walk and I'm not scared. I'm not feeling anxious. I'm not feeling nervous. And this is literally like fresh.
Is it like when the people come out?
Yes.
They're like,
because I also walk like early when there's no one.
Yeah.
And then like,
which is objectively a little bit more dangerous. Like you could get stabbed, let your body, is this helping your agoraphobia? You can get stabbed and it could be a while until someone finds you.
Oh yeah. And then, I think, I've been just like, this is literally so fresh, like in the last week that I've been like, oh, it's like the people. It's going into a store and having to like talk to somebody. You know what I mean?
Which is also so funny about you because, like I said, we were sitting at dinner one day and you're like, I'm mad I haven't made a friend yet. Sitting at the bar, the bartender has no interest in you. Like, fuck.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I struggle with it.
Yeah, it just feels good. And I think, taking like these shopping apps off your phone, I think it just like, for me, I'm like, a couple weeks into this, I'm just kind of curious about like my behavior around these things. Right. Because like I said, like I really feel like I have an unlimited, I spend too much on a candle. Like.
When you told me to go to Walter Pine and get you garden mint, I was like,
love garden mint.
Okay.
I love garden mint. And I'm almost at the end of it. And I need to come down to Philly so I can restock on the garden mint. It's so good. Yeah. And you know what? People come over to the house and go, what is this? I go, it's garden mint. It's so good. Anyway, but it just feels nice and I'm curious about it. But I also want to think about this. Okay, so in this like making do thing, because I have 1,000 tote bags, and I'm like, this is good. Also, it's good quality fabric. Your eyes at this stat, it's fucked up, eh?
It's so fun. I'm thinking about all of my art museum tote bags.
I know.
All of them.
Well, also you get like a promotional tote bag everywhere you go.
I'm thinking about this. This is wild. Anyways, yes, keep going.
And I've been in my mending era. I've been like, I can sew. There's no reason for me to not. I don't know why I feel so scared to like alter tailor things myself. Like I take stuff to a tailor. It just feels like a completely different skill to me, even though I have all of the supplies that can.
I have a theory for
these things. But why? Tell me. Do therapy on me.
I think getting your clothes tailored is like, it's like you're taking care of yourself. It's like someone else is doing something like
what's in 2025 going to a tailor, and guess how much it always cost me? No more than $10 for like a pile of clothing.
Yeah, for like a pile of clothing. Exactly. Yeah. Anyways,
my gal, I go in there. She always goes, your husband's shirts. I go, we're not married. She goes, oh. She was just scandalized. I know. Unwed. Anyway, whatever. $10. But I could.
You could
fix these things myself, and I think we all could. So I was thinking, did you ever take home ec?
No. The closest I've ever gotten to any type of sewing skill is having to take like costume 101 or like anything like that in theater school. And I wasn't very good at it. I think
you gotta know. I feel like you gotta know how to drive. Even though you don't need to drive a car, but like emergency, like you should know how to like operate a vehicle. The skill is
good.
Yeah. This is what I'm thinking, like
skills, survival,
post-apocalyptic, oncoming, incoming, apocalypse.
The next 100 years.
When does this episode come out? Anyway, Monday. I think it's Monday. I'm thinking about Monday. Tuesday? Anyway. Yesterday? Anyway. Do you want to come up here? Daybeds. I just cleaned the sheets on the daybed. Anyway.
I could get 120 days. Or 100. Yeah. I mean, 120 years up there.
Yeah.
Instead of 100 years.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, we don't have a prime minister right now anyway, so. That's what I'm saying. It's all bad. I'll teach you how to sew a button, though. Anyway,
that's what I mean. But you are going to need to sew a button. You are going to need to drive.
Like you need to have these skills to just kind of know how to take care of yourself. So I was looking at all this stuff, and I feel like that's part of why like we buy these things and why we overconsume so much. It's like because we don't have I feel like sewing for me, learning how to sew was like I have a better appreciation of. I've never been much of a fast fashion shopper, but like this white turtleneck I got because I had store credit and it's Levi's, and that's like kind of and I got it from Girl on the Wing in Hamilton. You know, like that's like the closest I'll get to like new fast fashion-y clothes, just because I'm like, I feel like once you know too much.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally, absolutely, and that's what I think has been happening to me in the last year. Is I'm like, oh, I'm learning a lot more, and I don't want to be consuming like that. I want to be using my clothes. Like 2025 for me is about like, how can I use exactly what I have in a more creative way? I really have been like sick of my green ugly winter jacket, and it's like my green winter coat is like cute. It's not ugly.
Oh, it's totally cute.
It's really cute. But I've been, you know, when you're just kind of like bored with a piece of clothes, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was thinking
it's like, yeah, that's crazy that I know what that is. Like, that's crazy.
Feeling. That's crazy. Exactly. So like, what is that in and of itself? Like what? And then I was like, okay, well, if I'm a little bored, what can I do to this coat? What can I do to the coat to make it a little less boring?
No, you know what looks stunning, honestly, on like a big puffy coat is like a beautiful pin.
Yes. Beautiful pins. I was thinking
we got to bring brooches back.
All
these brooches sitting in, you know, like.
Do you know how much fun?
Your mother's jewelry box.
Exactly. Do you know how much fun? I have so many bows and like ribbons. I was like, oh, I can add a little ribbon to the zipper and like make it like a bow. You know what I mean? That comes up and down. Like there are different things that I can do. And I don't even have sewing. Like, do you know what I'm like? I don't even have like a ton of sewing skills.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an idiot, and I can make this thing like creative and not be boring and you know, whatever. But the only reason that I think my code is boring is because an app is telling me it is, right?
Totally.
You know?
Totally. Yeah. Well, even I feel that same way with sewing as well. I think there's like this funny, I think we've talked about this before on the pod. There's like this funny idea that like because you make your own clothes that it's like somehow more sustainable and like you can't tell me that my shopping addiction isn't alive and well in my fabric stash. Yeah. And I'll be honest, you know, like I'll be honest. Oh my, your candles are look at the end of this. I use them.
Oh, I know you do.
This is the beautiful thing about having a candle stash.
I know.
Is luxury at your fingertips. Anyway,
I understand. Yeah.
And actually, speaking of my candle addiction, because I was thinking, because you know you get to the end of a nice candle and you have this like ridiculous jar. I take them back into the place and I just say like, I don't even want anything for this, but like I'm sure you can reuse it, and they usually give me money back.
Exactly, they can give you money back. One of my favorite little things that I do is I freeze the candle, like the little bit that's left, and pop it out, and then I reuse. For a vase, for flowers, for your makeup brushes.
Actually, I have a really great, when I drank wine, I have like an old mustard thing that looked like a really cute wine glass.
Cute.
But I don't really use it anymore.
Okay.
You know, kombucha.
There are ways to like use this stuff is my point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm on a kick right now where I'm like, I want to use everything I own and then buy things.
Yeah. And I think it's like, I think it makes you fall in love with the things that you already have too. Like I was feeling that way with my clothing. I was like, something fell in my closet the other day and I was like, oh my God, I forgot I had this.
Yeah.
I think people do that. It's like a trick. Sometimes people will put stuff in storage so you don't even see it. And then you're like, oh my God, cute.
New.
Yeah. New. Oh my God, our brains.
Our brains are fucked. I mean, this is what we do with like kids too. That's something that I used to do as a nanny.
Yes.
Recycle
Put
toys.
all the toys. Yeah.
Overconsumption.
Yeah,
Children.
you want to talk about, oh my God, overconsumption.
That's a whole
word.
Your kid literally just wants to play with trash.
Oh my God, you know my nephew's favorite toy is right now is a like a big water bottle.
Yeah.
Like a maybe 3-liter empty water bottle that he pretend, and he's think he's so funny. He drinks out of it.
Yeah.
And then he'll offer you some.
Oh my God, that's adorable.
It's really cute.
Performance. I think, like right now, I was just the other night giving myself I was doing my own at-home pedicure because I have all of these foot soaks and masks and things that people give you as gifts that you're like, what? And then you never use. And I'm like, why am I going and going to pay for this? It's winter. Mm-hmm. I'm wearing socks. No one's seeing my feet. And I can do this at home and do this for myself. And then when I actually maybe want my feet to look nice, that's when I'll spend the money, you know?
I know. And then it's, and then it's like a little bit more special.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. That's what, I mean, I said that to you the other day. I was like, I'm a little bit over having my nails done, which I can't believe I've had my nails done every other week since I was probably, like my grandma and I would go. 11, 12. I think that's a huge part of it is like my grandmother in my head, she's like, your manicure looks like that.
Oh, exactly. Like worth, like all of that stuff.
But I mean, she was not forking out big money for those things. Like, and I think about that a lot, like with my grandparents in particular. Like they didn't have a lot, and she really made do. Sometimes, I mean, I think have I told the story in the pod? Her chair.
Oh yeah.
When she moved, we like discovered that like a stool was actually holding up the seat of her chair.
I love it.
And I'm like, that's why your back hurts, girl.
Yeah, that's what I think. And I want to just like, you know, caveat whatever, but like, I love shopping, like shop queen. Like I love beautiful luxury things. Yeah. I love luxurious experiences. I'm a bougie person. Yeah. I know. I love this stuff. I think you can have that.
Yes.
In a more like.
Yeah. I agree.
Controlled way, you know?
Yeah. I agree. And yeah, not just in this way that just is like soaking up stuff constantly. Anyway, a big thing I'm committed to is like, I think that's just kind of like using what I have. That's just like what keeps coming to mind. Like before, at the very least, like before I buy something new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I need new dish towels and I'm like, okay, what fabric can I like?
What tote bag?
Can you tote bag? Can I slice up
and use
for real?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's just insane.
I also think like the donation center of it all, like the donation center industrial complex or whatever, which is, you know, not to be
dark,
like, too sad, but like what Los Angeles is dealing with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like is a whole thing that you will like that gets opened up for people. Like something that's really frustrating to me right now, and listeners, help a girl out. I was going to text you about this because I thought that Simon might be able to help me. But I've been taking my old cameras that are 12, 20, like old, like people don't want to resell them. They're not going to get any money really online.
Are you sure? Because sometimes those things appreciate.
No, I've taken it to like photo places and been like, what do you think this would go for? I put them online, and even people at the photo shops are like,
nothing.
Take it to Goodwill or donate it to a high school program, or like you're not going to get anything for these. And I've even been trying to be like after school program or like an arts club or like something, take these old cameras. And I don't want to just drag them to a Goodwill or a Salvation Army because I don't want to contribute to.
Well, and that's the thing too, that you feel like stuck with this thing. It's like your responsibility to keep it out of a fucking landfill. Yeah. Or when like sometimes you're just trying to live.
When you're just trying to live. I don't want what do I need these cameras for?
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's a balance, right? It's like, you know, a little bit of personal responsibility and like also like, you know, and also write a letter to your city councilor.
Yeah.
I think it's like, it's both. It's like doing the best that we can within like the means that we have them blah, blah, blah. I wanted to shout out friend of the pods. If you're like curious about mending stuff, our friend Hillary has like an online repair, mending. What's it? Repair, revise. What is it? Repair, revise, reimagine. Reimagine. That's what it is. Yeah. Like learn how to mend, learn how to like dyeing stuff. So I think part of it's like also creativity.
That's what I mean.
Too, right? Like,
yes.
Using your brain.
It's so creative for me to figure out, okay, how can I use all these ingredients in the fridge and not use fucking AI to figure that out? That's stop it.
Not using 40,000 gallons of water.
Stop it, everybody, with that nonsense.
Oh my God. Even there's some stuff that I used to really like it for, and I was like, no more. That's how I feel about like Amazon AI. Those are for disabled people only. I mean, all these fucking things.
Yeah. If these things are gonna exist, like exactly, like who can use them? Who are they really for?
Yeah, who are they for?
Who can use them in the most, I don't know, responsible, quote unquote, way within the realm of responsibility? Mm-hmm. I also think too, this whole idea that like we can outthink any of these things or like we're smarter than. Yeah. Like, come on, guys. I don't know. It's kind of like what you're talking about with the first episode when you were like, I'm so over everyone's hot takes. Like, everything is bad. Do people not understand?
Yeah.
Like everything is bad. So like arguing on the internet about your way to handle which version of bad is not helpful. You know, like, it's like,
That's
like
funny.
Nothing is pure.
That's funny.
Get over yourself. Right? I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. What can you do to make do? That's just my thought.
Yeah.
What can you do to make do? Within, just within the four little walls that you occupy.
Yeah.
Anyway. I don't know. What are you committing to? You're committing to.
I'm committing to
using the food in your fridge.
Like, how can I creatively use the things that I have, and how can I leave the house and go and get what I need, like on foot, right? Instead of buying things that are shipped to me, because that costs energy.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what I'm committed to, and also, which I think I've always kind of been, but like, if I am buying something, what is it? Who's getting that money?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I know. When people are talking about, I think I saw this the other day as well on Instagram, but it's like, we're all talking about like save small businesses, but it's like, when was the last time you actually spent your money?
Yeah.
At a small business, is all I'm saying. Anyway, what do we have coming up? Actually, you know what we have coming up? You sharing the pod with your friend. That's what we have coming up right now. I'm not kidding. 2025 is the year of the podcast. Our new artwork, maybe you've seen it. I don't know if it's been populating everywhere yet.
I am obsessed with it.
I'm so glad you like it so much.
I've been thinking about that frame I got you.
Oh my God. That's such a good idea. I'm not going to put the podcast art, but I was actually thinking about putting a photo of us in it.
I was like,
that'd be cute.
Those pictures would be so good for that.
Yeah, that would be really good. Because I told you I wanted to do like a black and white photo in there. Right? Anyway. Would that be really funny? I don't have a single photo of Simon and I in our house, but like our professional photos.
Me, you, and Ollie.
Happy holidays from our family. Yeah, no, new podcast art. Ariel took the photo for us. It looks so cute.
It's so good. You did such a good job too.
Thank you.
Sorry, Simon. We will always love you. And
he knows this is good too. And you know what? It worked for what it was.
Oh yeah.
For a while, you know. But we,
new
year
era.
3. Also, I have a question. Is this season 4? Cool. I didn't know. I made a new file. I made a new folder the other day.
Yeah, we're in season 4.
And I think actually this is the 50th episode. Yes.
What?
This is the 50th episode.
Oh,
I know.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
So yes, because 2025 is the year of the pod, girlies, guys, gals, non-binary pals, open up your phone right now. I don't even care if you're driving. Cause an accident.
We're in a spin
class.
Cause
an 8-car pileup and then start proselytizing. Yeah. Open up your phone. Open up your podcast player. Hit the share button. You still with me? Are you doing it? I mean it. Hit the share button. open up your contacts, send it to your mother, send it to your best friend, send it to your high school bully. That's who I want listening to the pod. That's who I want listening to your pod.
Friends, and bullies.
Enemies. Enemies. And you know what? If you send it to your high school bully, and you both rock up to the live show, which is happening in 2026 because 2025 is the year of the pod, 2026 tours bumping. It's great.
Yeah.
I'll pull you up on stage. I'll listen to the feud. We'll take your side.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take your side.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's what I'm promising in 2025.
Gathering the bullies for a real...
Yeah. Public humiliation.
A real,
Public humiliation for your high school bully. I think it's, free entertainment, ? This is what I want.
Yeah. And like, what can we do with what we have?
Yeah. You can send this to your high school bully and your best friends.
You can send this period to anybody, and that will help us.
Post it on your IG. Say, tag us. Say, out for a walk with the girlies.
Yeah. Say, out for a walk.
Call PJ and Kevin. Say, it's super fucked up that you stole the podcast format from Phoebe and Jacqueline. They will forgive you if you invite them on the pod. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So. Anyway,
I would really love go listen to Grand Mam.
Go listen to I'm Grand Mam and then see
and then be like, whoa, what?
It's fucking weird. Like, to the point where also I think like we're kind of in like our episode I think they come out on a Tuesday and then ours comes out on they come out on
We're
Monday.
Literally talking about the same shit. Like,
and then we'll be talking about the same thing.
We're literally talking about the same thing and we're and like PJ has my opinion and Kevin has yours. Like it's
the correct one.
That's such a Kevin thing to say.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's funny. It's wild.
It's weird. It's wild. It's weird. Anyway, that's it, girlies. See what I did there?
I did.
Okay. Oh, even their outro is ours. Oh my God, it's weird. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for listening to Do You Ever Feel Like, a podcast from Do You Ever Media.
Follow this chaos wherever you get your pods.
Our artwork is by Simon Pang.
You can write us at doyoueverpod@gmail.com.
Learn more about our work at doyouevermedia.com.
Or by following us at Do You Ever Media.
Okay, bye!
Okay, bye!